and as always in the matchless glorious and precious images, this video is going to be doing my review of Arrow Season 5 as a whole. So this season of Arrow dealt with the theme of legacy. Basically the stuff you leave over and what others inherit from you. Or whatever people inherited from Oliver in this case. So like the Flash season review, this is going to be a long one. Let's go. Here's what I liked. The return to the dark and grittiness of the show. After I was worried that season 4 onward, this show was going to go into a lighthearted area. Glad to know that I was wrong and that we're having a dark tone all throughout the season. That was great to see. Here's what else I liked. The flashbacks. Yep, though they were really good this season. I love seeing Oliver, seeing how Oliver became part of the Bratva. And I love seeing his fight with Konstantin Kovar. He was a very great villain. And last but, what else I liked? Prometheus. Specifically, I'm glad that his plan this season was not to level the city or any part of the city to crater. That's great to see. So at least the Star City gets a chance to breathe. Even more, he was able to stay a step ahead of Oliver to the very end. He was able to outthink him and show how great of a chess player he was. But overall, the thing I liked about him the most is that he broke Oliver. He broke his spirit. That's something no other villain has been able to do. Yep. So all in all, before season 5, Slade Wilson was the most compelling villain on the show. Now, that place goes to Prometheus himself. That's good. Most compelling villain on the show. Now, on to what I did not like. First, the recruits. And it's complicated. It's kind of a sort of here, because at first the recruits annoyed me as they took away from time from the original team. Oliver, Felicity, and Niggle. Ragman was my most favorite, and Renee Ramirez was my least favorite. But over time, they grew on me. Particularly Renee Ramirez. He first started, I think that first started in episode 7 of Vigilante, when he brought the birthday party of John's son to John Diggle's place. That was great too. That was very kind of him. It continued in episode 9 when he was talking with John about how having a child was great, and basically when he said he was trying to console Felicity when learning of Evelyn's betrayal, saying we couldn't have seen any of this coming. But it actually started for real when they started pairing him with Curtis in episode 10. Especially when he told him to go and shoot those T-speeds. Stick with what you're good at doing, like creating gadgets. That was good. That was great. And all of his interactions with Curtis throughout the season, as well as interactions with Quentin, those were what made him more and more likable. And the gun episode where we learned about his backstory, whether you liked it or not, that helped us endear into the fandom more. I'm sure of it. Let's see what else. Who else? As for Curtis, he grew up me when he started to take basically Renee's advice and stick with creating gadgets. And I'm sure having his spouse divorce him made him more sympathetic to the audience as well. And, well, Evelyn betrayed the team, so can't say much there. And for Dinah Drake, who joined them as the new Canary, that was great. I've liked her since day 1, so that's cool. So she's cool. And it's sad. It's great to know they become more likable because I don't know if I could be able to stand them after Rory, the only likable member at first, left in episode 12. Who else was? What else did I? And then other things that I didn't like was probably Susan Williams, as she basically added nothing to the show. At first I thought she was something, she started out as some shady woman. I thought there was some sort of drop as there was something more sinister to her, but there wasn't. And I was not a fan of her romance with Oliver. And last but not least, the lack of Theo. Because I disliked the fact that Theo was gone for whole episodes. That was sad. I did not like that. Most favorite episodes of the season was top 3 episodes were, first one was Capuchon, because seeing it was dark and seeing the villain break the hero was awesome. It was the thing that cemented Prometheus as the most compelling villain on the show. And the second most favorite was Checkmate. I love the cat and mouse between Oliver and Prometheus, and as well as the flashback scenes. They were awesome. They were awesome. And my third most favorite was probably Invasion. I love seeing the love letter to a homage and a love letter to the 100 episodes of the series. This season was amazing. At first, it was good. There was some great episodes, but nothing really spectacular. But then, episodes 15 to 16 showed up, and then things started getting kicked into overgear. Yep, love that. And then it all culminated in an excellent finale, where we saw excellent finale. Yeah, that was a great finale. This season of Arrow, and then we had a cliffhanger where we see a bunch of bombs explode, and yeah, I'm sure most of the cast is alright, but cast is alright. This season of Arrow was excellent. Loved it a lot. And it's a return. It's up there with the greatness of seasons 1 and 2. I have to give this season a 9.5 out of 10. Best season of the series so far. Hopefully, season 6 will be able to continue the greatness. Alright, that's all for this video.